you were here some years back. So why don't you remind us of what that film was?
That was my first feature film, Tuvalu. It was a more or less silent movie. I really shot without dialogue, with sound, but without dialogue, in a bathhouse in Bulgaria, where the son pretends that the swimming pool is in a good condition, but actually it's run down, and his father is blind. He doesn't know, because the son has all the installations of sound that he thinks thousands of children are playing there, but actually it's totally empty. And I have a good memory. I met filmmakers here I'm still friends with, from Turkey, from Lebanon. So it's a good place for filmmakers to come and to meet other filmmakers.
Wonderful. Well, we're always glad to have you here at Filmfest DC, and thanks for coming with this very charming and adorable love story, Baikonur.
Thank you.
All right, and so now let's take a look at Baikonur.
Искандер Аренбеков, по прозвищу Гагарин, первый космонавт, который полетит сегодня в космос. Зажигание.
Эй, Радит, может, ты верблюжьим говном попробуешь, а?
Ну да, видно. Ты, наверное, им голову мыла. Обломки упадут в 15 километрах в юго-западном направлении.
Смерть поганым стервятникам!
На Международной космической станции МКС Джули Махе принимала участие в установке матрешки, так называемого муляжа человека.
Jolie, I wish you a soft landing.
I'll see you soon.
Отвечаем, Варик, как нас слышно?
Слышим вас хорошо, был небольшой перерыв.
В коме она. Ну, а ты ее поцелуй.
Am I your bride?
У Шерхана, и отвези ее на Байконур. Ты понял?
Что с неба упало, то навеки даровано Богом тому, кто это найдет.
Груши и ракеты, может быть, но не космонавтки.
А я даю 70.
89. Она будет моей любимой женой.
Так у вас уже 3 жены есть.
Mark Paladini is the executive producer of If I Were You. Mark, welcome to Filmfest DC.
Thank you, Taria. I'm happy to be here.
Wonderful. Now, this film is it's a very funny but also touching film. So how did it come about?
Well, Joan Carr-Wiggin is really a visionary writer-director, and she has that one extra thing that you rarely see, which is a great sense of humor along with it. And she likes writing movies about women. And in this particular case, she decided to write a story about a woman, I would say similar in age to herself. And the character is in her late 40s and going through, let's just say, a tough time.
I mean, we give it away if we talk about the tough time. Go ahead and go into that a little bit.
Well, what we can say is that the storyline is about a woman who discovers her husband is cheating on her, and she sees her husband at a restaurant with this younger woman. She follows the younger woman out of the restaurant and hides in a store where the young woman comes in, buys herself a rope, and is clearly upset. She follows her home and basically saves her from killing herself.
How is that for sainthood? I'm sorry. Absolutely. And people are saying Marcia Gay Harden, who plays Madeline, gives one of the best performances of her life. So how did she get cast in the role?
Well, Marcia Gay Harden, who has an amazing career. She's done wonderful things, from Broadway to winning an Oscar for Pollock, her Oscar nomination in Mystic River. I mean, she has a huge, huge career to be proud of. And we're very fortunate to have her. What happened was Joan had given me the script, and I said there are only about 5 actresses alive who could play this part. And Marcia was on that list. I happened to have a relationship with her manager because I had cast Marcia in a movie called Spy Hard for the Walt Disney Company. And it was a Leslie Nielsen movie. It was very funny. And she was very funny in it, but not a lot of people saw it. So people didn't know that she had a great sense of humor. So Marianne, her manager, read the script over a weekend, which is unheard of, called me up and just said, this is a fantastic role. Marcia has to play it.
And so looking at like the Marcia Gay Harden, who goes through a lot of emotional ups and downs in the film, how does her character kind of evolve over the course of the story?
Well, the interesting thing about the Marcia Gay Harden character is she makes a pact with the woman who's having an affair with her husband. They make a pact where they agree to take the advice of the other person whenever they have to make a big decision. And so whenever they have to make a big decision, they call the other one and says, what should I do? And then whatever advice they get, they have to do. And it sort of forces them to make some sort of hard decisions, say some hard things that they might not have said normally. And then the complications arise out of that. And what's interesting is that the girl who's having an affair with her husband doesn't know that it's her husband, doesn't know who she is. She just thinks that she's a good Samaritan. So there's a really wonderful irony that runs through the movie because some of the advice she's given, she has a hidden agenda, let's just say.
Absolutely. Well, Mark, thank you so much for this touching and funny film you brought here to Filmfest DC.
Well, thank you, and thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Now, let's look at a few scenes from If I Were You.
I'm a big picture. Big picture. Big kind of person. And I'm usually reliable, and I'm usually sober.
What are you looking at?
I can't go 2 days without sex. I've been multi-orgasmic since I was 8.
I gotta work late tonight.
Oh my God.
How do I know that you're not standing on a chair with a noose around your neck?
If I tell you this, you're not gonna like me anymore.
I miss you.
Oh, well, I'm sure I'll like you just as much as I like you right now. You're nothing like Paul's wife. You really are the kindest person I've ever met. Hug. When Paul and I get married,
I would do everything differently if I were you, and you would do everything differently if you were me.
That's such a brilliant idea.
It's actually a great idea.
The way to fix our lives is to stop making our own decisions and let the other one make them instead.
You would really do anything I said?
Is it okay if I have sex with him?
Maybe it was gonna be me telling you what to do.
Tell your husband you're in love with someone else.
Who is he?
If penis size comes up, just tell him they're both the same.
I didn't have an affair.
Well, yeah, but that's so easy to fix.
Something that my husband's girlfriend wanted me to do.
I'm an actress.
Shakespeare!
Shut up!
I hadn't even thought about a woman playing
King Lear. I play Lear.
I prefer comedies.
And who should play the fool?
I have nice breasts. See? Do you want to hear about our first kiss?
When was our last first kiss? And did we even know it was our last?
Then our first kisses were gone forever.
Wouldn't it be great if Paul came to the opening night?
If I Were You.
We're here at the French Embassy for the closing night of the Washington, D.C. International Film Festival. Our closing film is taking place here, the French film The Intouchables, which was a huge hit, not just in France, but all over Europe. It was the biggest box office hit that France has had. And it's a delightful film. It's a comedy, which fits in well with our comedy focus that we featured this year. We have a sold-out audience, and I can hear them laughing in the background now. The film is just lovely.
Je suis venu chercher mon papier par rapport aux acidiques.
Comment vous vivez l'idée d'être un assisté? Ça vous gêne pas de vivre sur le dos des autres?
Ça va, merci, et vous?
Vous pensez que vous seriez quand même capable de travailler?
Vous en avez de l'humour.
J'en ai tellement que je suis prêt à vous prendre à l'essai pendant un mois. Je parie que vous tiendrez pas 2 semaines. Non mais vous avez fini de jouer, hein?
Eh mais en fait, vous sentez rien du tout là. Et la jupe, elle est où là?
Non, ça c'est des bas de contention. Ça, si je les mets pas, je risque de m'évanouir.
Moi, je vais pas vous mettre des bas, hein. Même pour vous. Vaut mieux vous évanouir. Franchement, à un moment donné, faut... On dit non, on les met pas, on reste là. Voilà, c'est bon comme ça?
Attends. Bon appétit.
Eh, s'il vous plaît. Oh.
C'est qui ce type? Autour de toi, tout le monde s'inquiète. Tu dois pas laisser rentrer n'importe qui chez toi. Surtout dans ton état.
Dites-moi, vous n'avez pas envie de prendre le large?
Vous voulez vous barrer, c'est ça? Et on va où?
Respirez un peu.
Ça y est, les voilà. 100 € que je les mets dans le vent.
Tenue.
Cette prise de la paresse, là, faut renvoyer un peu.
So you all just saw the closing night film, The Intouchables. What did you think of the film?
I thought it was fantastic. It was elegant, it was funny, it was about relationships, it was about, people who otherwise wouldn't know each other, getting to know each other better. It was a lot of fun.
And what about you, Hun?
I thought it was excellent as well. I liked the way they told the story and it wasn't in your face. You kind of got the message they were trying to send without feeling like they're preaching to you. And I love the relationship between the two men in the film.
It was absolutely fabulous. It had a great humane spirit, and I could see it took pity off the table immediately and just gave a great human communication relationship. It was just a fabulous film.
I thought it was spectacular. It was so well done and so heartwarming. I just felt as if my heart was opened by that film. And I really loved the portrayal of Driss. I thought it was just fantastic. He was so alive, and he was so in touch with his emotions, both the positive and the negative. And he was so generous with himself. And plus, he was a great dancer.
I thought it was a great film. It was really funny, very thoughtful and poignant. And I love the choices of films here at Filmfest DC. I've been coming to this for, maybe 20 years. I just think the choices of films are great because you can't get to see them in the regular theaters a lot of times. And yet they're just so provocative, so interesting. And also you get these different cultural perspectives. I think it's a great idea. So I will be coming for as long as I can.
Our 26th year was a big success. We had wonderful films, over 80 films from 35 different countries, and it was just lovely. It went by in a flash, so we're very much looking forward to our 27th year. Thank you.